CBS Sports, Ryan Wilson mock draft. He has the Browns taking Treylon Burks. He needs a wide receiver. They talk about the improved quarterback play. Burks' size, speed to take over games, which will make life easier for Mayfield and Stefanski. 6'3", 225. And again, the only concern I have, and when we were talking about this in our pre-meeting, name a really good wide receiver who's come out of Arkansas. Now you can say that about a lot of places. So we went and Googled it. Lance Allworth, 1962 was what we came up with. That's the last time they had a receiver who popped. But again, that's not necessarily a fair criticism.
No, I mean, we've seen great receivers come out from, all kinds of crazy places. I mean, it's not necessarily kind of a knock if a guy comes from a school that hasn't produced a great receiver in 50, 60 years, although Lance Allworth, heck of a place to follow if you're coming from the same school as Lance Allworth. That's a nice little throwback out there. But with Treylon Burks, he's a guy that throughout the process of this early draft process, he's a guy that I love to watch, and the more I watch, the more I like to see out of him. I think he's got so many great tools. I've called him a walking mismatch, the size at 6'3", 225 with speed. It's tough for corners to match one-on-one with. There's been a lot of A.J. Brown comparisons with Treylon Burks, and I think if you're getting a player as good as A.J. Brown, that's a tremendous boost for any offense. I'm sure those would be Browns fans that would be kind of disappointed if Garrett Wilson's on the board and the Browns decide not to go and draft him. But I think if it's Burks or it's Wilson, I think that'd be a great fit for what the Browns need. They just need a guy who's dynamic and can really make life miserable on defensive backs because it would just be so tough to cover one-on-one. And Burks, I think, could do it just because he's got that physical profile that's so hard for teams to match up with.